Han Li is invited to the Star Observation Terrace to learn about the demon invasion. The demon army is formidable in both numbers and strength, with 5 colossal demonic beasts leading the charge. The army also includes a large number of corrupted human cultivators, who are low-level cultivators from the true demon realm. High-level demons remain hidden within the demonic chi, revealing no trace of their identities yet. But several integration stage demons have been detected. It is speculated that the demon saint ancestor has not descended in person. And even if he does, it will only be a manifestation. It is hoped that Sky Abyss City will be able to withstand the demon attack. The demon clan launched an attack on Tianyuan City with a horde of double-headed lizards and venomous demon insects. The human race defended with giant fortresses, forbidden spells, and the protective shield of the Golden Radiant Mirror. The Golden Radiant Mirror, a heavenly treasure from the Chaos Myriad Spirits ranking, used the divine energy of the Heavenly Treasure Temple to cast a protective spell that withstood the demon's attacks without sustaining any damage. The golden light screen weakened by the erosion of the green fog. The fortress activated its silver energy grid, killing a large number of magic beasts. The Devil Clan launched a tentative attack, including a milky white giant snail that breached the light screen. A horde of magic beasts rushed in. Devils flew, and devil chariots carried armored warriors to support the attack. Han Li regarded the attack as a test and decided to return to refining his treasures. Zen Master Jin Yu and Elder Ji Yu formulated a defensive strategy in turns, freeing the integration stage cultivators from restraint. Han Li witnesses a giant crimson star appear in the sky above Sky Abyss City, forming an enormous magic circle that transforms into a firebird illusion to attack the demon army. The firebird illusion strikes the city wall, creating a gigantic fire cloud that vaporizes the demon army. Save for 5 super fiends. A black giant bird and a crimson giant ape swiftly flee the fire, while a white snail and a 3-headed violet python are consumed by the flames. The high-level demons, the purple armored elder and the green-robed elder, escape the fire cloud, but they are tattered and charred. The purple armored demon is furious about the heavy losses, but the green-robed elder consoles him, saying that drawing out the human counterattack is also a contribution and that their punishment will not be too severe. The purple armored demon vows revenge and returns to report with the green-robed elder. Patriarch Bloodray ordered a beast horde to assault Heavenly Abyss City in waves, seeking to break its defenses. Elder Illusionary suggested sweeping nearby human strongholds simultaneously to eliminate threats. There were about 7 or 8 human strongholds nearby, which were much smaller than Heavenly Abyss City. Bloodray dispatched Garuna Warfiends, Bloodray Crystal Guards, and myriad aspect demon riders to scour the strongholds. Spirit King City was surrounded by a demon army led by the 6 Extremity Venerable. The demons launched an all-out assault on Spirit King City from the start. Han Li continued refining the 10,000 swords diagram and the gourd sword, which he had bestowed upon young Master Hai. The demon attacks on Heavenly Abyss City were relentless, with seemingly endless hordes of beasts. Nascent soul cultivators activated a super formation, nearly annihilating the commander of the demon army. Valley Elder of Heavenly Abyss City gathers the elders to discuss matters of sending aid to Forsaken City. Valley Elder suggests sending integration stage cultivators to provide support to avoid depleting their own forces, as key figures are occupied with other duties. Silver Radiance Fairy volunteers to go to Forsaken City. Valley Elder agrees and asks Han Li to accompany her. Forsaken City is in a critical situation. Han Li and Silver Radiance Fairy will depart tomorrow for the rescue mission. Heavenly Abyss City is isolated from long-distance teleportation by the demons. Han Li and Silver Radiance Fairy must travel to the nearest hidden teleportation point on their own. Heavenly Abyss City faces intensifying demonic attacks, which are depleting their spirit stone reserves. Han Li notes that the demons' efforts to gather and transport demonic beasts are exerting pressure on their resources and becoming a burden due to their large numbers. Han Li and Fairy Silverbright appeared through a teleportation array and were besieged by hundreds of demon race soldiers. Han Li released a gray light shield, trapping the demon race crossbow bolts and counter-attacking, killing all the demon race soldiers. A demon race cultivator at the nascent soul stage tried to escape and was killed by Han Li with a single palm strike. Han Li discovered that the teleportation point had been discovered by the demon race, but the guards were weak. Demon crystals, spirit discs, and spirit banners were found in the storage containers of the demon race. Han Li and Fairy Silverbright left the cave where the teleportation point was located and prepared to continue their journey into the demon realm. Li the tyrant's beloved grandson has been murdered, and he enlists the aid of Venerable Blue and the Bald Fiend to seek vengeance. Li the tyrant suspects that the murderer is a human harmonious integration cultivator, and he has tracked down their whereabouts. The three fiend venerables decide to join forces in pursuit, with Venerable Blue and the Bald Fiend demanding compensation from Li the tyrant since they believe there are only two people involved. Li the tyrant promises to share half of the sacred sacrifice harvest with them and gifts them rare soul-corrupting Ganoderma. Venerable Blue and the Bald Fiend are enticed by the offer and agree to meet with Li the tyrant to pursue the murderer. The demon general is being pursued by Han Li and Fairy Silverlight. General Li reveals that he was close to the demon that Han Li killed. Han Li and Fairy Silverlight join forces against General Li. Fairy Silverlight executes her silver hook technique, which General Li deflects with his black staff. Han Li stealthily attacks, trapping General Li with the silver ruler. Fairy Silverlight casts a white and red rune light attack, entrapping General Li. Han Li wraps General Li in a silver streamer, causing General Li to transform into a six-armed, three-headed being with greatly increased cultivation. General Li attacks Han Li and Fairy Silverlight with 6 black demonic swords. Silverlight Fairy severed her arm to unleash the blood-corroding demonic flames. Han Li transformed into the golden fur great ape and summoned 2 peaks to clash with the demons. The demons had immense power, but they were blocked by the peaks and couldn't break through. Han Li unleashed a black pillar of light that severely injured the demons. The peaks unleashed elemental attacks, severing the demons' legs and causing them to flee. Unicom Devil Lord promises to lead Han Li to his lair, but he harbors murderous intentions. Han Li and Fairy Silver Moon chase after Unicom Devil Lord, discovering 2 more high-level Devil Lords hiding in a small mountain. A 4-winged rock suddenly appears, ambushing and heavily wounding Unicom Devil Lord, knocking him out of the sky. Unicom Devil Lord activates a bloody fireball and war armor, but a 5-colored peacock traps the fireball and shatters the armor. The other 2 Devil Lords rush to assist, but they see a golden fist and electrical net trapping Unicom Devil Lord. Han Li and Silverlight Fairy encounter the Ghost Child Motherson True Devil Banner from Ghost Devil Sect, whose strength is formidable. Silverlight Fairy suggests retreating, but Han Li decides to fight, using the strategy of defeating them one by one. Silverlight Fairy removes her silver mask, revealing a giant beautiful skull, preparing to trap one devil. The 2 devils use their treasures. The bald-headed demon opens a cyan giant gate, releasing 2 evil ghosts. The blue-veined demon summons a blue flying serpent and a witch formed from 13 demon banners. Han Li releases 72 small golden swords, ready to fight. A handsome young man transformed into a tall ghost king, devouring a severed arm. A bald demon paid a blood sacrifice, borrowing the heavenly ghost decree. 4 blood-red heavenly ghosts appeared, attacking the crystalline dome that imprisoned the Silver Light Fairy. The bald demon activated a black seal, attempting to shatter the dome. The Silver Light Fairy intervened, infusing golden runes to repair the dome. Han Li giant ape form attacks the Blue Wian Demon Lord, who defends with a treasure. The Blue Wian Demon Lord seizes the opportunity to escape and activates a demonic formation on a nearby mountain peak to trap Han Li. Black chains and tentacles emerge, binding and attacking Han Li, but he breaks free and defeats the tentacles. A gigantic skeleton combines 13 smaller skeletons and transforms into a monstrous female demon over 700 meters tall and very ferocious. The female demon has 13 skull ribcages and 26 bone arms. Wielding bone weapons, Blue Venerable becomes the female demon, and his cultivation rises substantially, exuding murderous aura. The female demon spews bone-chilling demonic wind, and the golden-furred giant ape uses a mountain peak to defend against it. The giant ape releases 13 mutated gold-devouring bugs to defend against the female demon's colossal blades. The female demon ambushes the giant ape, which is clad in black armor, and releases a golden thunder net to resist the black demonic flames. The giant ape summons a golden projection and unleashes a golden vortex to defend against the female demon's bone-bladed attacks. The power of laws destroys the hill and magic formation, mending the broken blade. 5-colored runes surge into the broken blade, releasing a terrifying aura. The demon mother regains her senses and throws bone blades to fight back. A green hand appears, grabbing the demon mother. But the demonic flames cannot burn it. The demon mother disperses her skeleton and reassembles. The golden body releases a black wave, melting the demon mother and the skeleton. The spiritual body entangles the demon mother, and the golden body kills the enemy with a single blow. The devil's head remained with a look of horror as Han Li killed all the demons. Han Li acquired the cultivation method of the demonic heavenly ghost sect and concealed his own cultivation level. Silver Bright Fairy promised to help Han Li contact Linglong, and Han Li expressed his gratitude. Han Li obtained a white wooden box that seemed to contain a restriction, and he added more restrictions to its surface. Han Li and Silver Bright Fairy returned to Yishan City. In the distant demon city, Saint Bloodlight's incarnation was furious because the divine sense of the 3 demon lords he had sent out had been cut off. The myriad beasts cavalry, the elite force of the demon race, assault Yishan City. Their combat prowess enhanced exponentially after bonding with the coexisting demonic beasts. In addition to the demon cavalry, the chakra demon warriors pose an even greater threat, being ranked among the top 5 elite demon warriors within the demon race. The demon race's colossal vessel unleashes a barrage of light beams upon Yishan City. Yet the city's walls are shielded by Genfa magic formations. Successfully resisting the attack, the demon race deploys its colossal demonic beasts to lead the charge. A rhino-like beast releases a black aura from its single horn, disrupting the Genfa magic formation, protecting the city walls and creating a gaping fissure. Enormous bricks repair the Yishan City wall, forming a seamlessly merged fortification. Colossal earth and stone golems emerge from the buildings, brandishing crystalline ice spears. Ice spears shoot from the void, freezing the super magical beast. Thick crimson lightning shatters the ice mountain, obliterating the super magical beast. Human cultivators wield magic artifacts, exterminating legions of low-level magical beasts. Demonic steeds urge a devilish cloud towards the city wall, encountering an attack from a magic artifact. The demonic cloud unleashes a black Fu Gen, protecting against the magic artifact assault. Demonic knights summon black blade beams, destroying the magic artifact and Fu Gen. A gigantic black blade materializes from the Fu Gen, cleaving towards the Yishan City wall and generating immense spiritual pressure. After the demonic army retreated, they left behind a rearguard to monitor the situation. Han Li and Fairy Silver Light sensed something amiss and suspected that Raging Heaven City had a secret weapon. Thus, they decided to enter the city to provide support. Along the way, they encountered a venerable from the demonic race who attempted to assassinate them. Han Li and Fairy Silver Light joined forces to resist, shattering the demon's claw and forcing the venerable to reveal himself. The venerable ambushed Han Li, who used the cold flame to resist the extreme cold. The green phantom retaliated. 2 body integration cultivators arrived to assist, forcing the demon clan venerable to retreat. The demon clan leader vanished into the sky with alarming speed. Han Li and the Silver Light Fairy witnessed this but did not pursue. Elder Jade Dragon of the 9-star sect recognized Han Li and was astounded by his cultivation progress. Lin Luan of the Emperor Heaven sect disclosed that the demon clan army had yet to attack the city with full force and was biding its time. Due to insufficient information, the 4 decided to return to Zenith Heaven City for further consultation. Han Li noticed that the cultivators on the city walls were exhausted, pale-faced, and depleted of their vitality. Every 100 years, the celestial phenomenon known as the quintuple sun and lunar conjunction will occur, weakening the 9 suns yang formation that protects Yishan City. Despite its formidable power, the formation relies heavily on the celestial yang energy of the heavens and the earth, which becomes unavailable during this period. With the invasion of the demonic horde imminent, Yishan City's defenses have been severely depleted. More than half of the protective enchantments have been lost, and the number of bronze-armored golems has dwindled significantly. The destruction of the city's keystone Bao Wu has further compromised its defensive capabilities. Yishan City will release a sealed monster in order to fight against the demons. They have developed a blood soul talisman to control the monster and prevent it from attacking their own forces. If they delay for 2 months, the monster can be released. The demons have also learned about this and have temporarily stopped their attacks on Yishan City to carry out an investigation. Yishan City has already arranged an evacuation plan, and if they cannot defeat the demons, they will abandon the city and flee. The Yishan Gate's Yellow Dragon Saint and Fairy Lin Luan have formulated specific Ying Dui Kuo Shi, including the deployment of bronze armor puppets and the mobilization of elite forces. The black-armored man, petite woman, and white-robed youth speculate that Han Li may have killed the three venerables Li, indicating his strength should not be underestimated. They consider using special methods to deal with Han Li, but the fire-armored giant objects, arguing that it would cause significant losses. The black-armored man points out that if Han Li is truly related to the venerable Li incident, not taking action would be even more dangerous. The group speculates that the Saint Ancestor has already prepared a method for the Yin-Yang duo to deal with Han Li. But if it doesn't work, special measures will be taken. The white-robed youth states that he will take Han Li extreme cold energy, with the others agreeing to share the remaining spoils. The black-armored man decides to investigate the truth behind the deaths of the venerable Li first. And after the Yin-Yang duo arrives, they will proceed according to the situation. Meanwhile, Han Li studies the wooden box obtained from the bald demon venerable in a secret room in Yishan City, and discovers that it seals two powers: extreme cold and extreme heat. Han Li sends out a sliver of his divine sense to enter a wooden box using an otherworldly secret technique, but finds himself trapped within an illusion barrier. Lost within the illusion barrier's seemingly boundless space, Han Li is unable to find an exit and chooses to meditate while waiting. 3 days later, a strange elder appears in emerald green robes. Han Li faces him for several days, eventually breaking the impasse. The elder reveals a pair of silver eyes that can control the illusion barrier. The elder introduces himself as a prominent figure from the ancient demon realm and recognizes that Han Li is not his true self. He reveals that this barrier is controlled by the Tao of illusionary metamorphosis and transforms it into a world teeming with life. Han Li converses with the green-robed elder Che Qi Geng in the town demon lock. Han Li learns the town demon lock was acquired from the venerable Bloodlight. Che Qi Geng reveals he is the oldest surviving ancestor of the ancient demon world. Han Li inquires about the purpose of the town demon lock and discovers it is a heavenly profound treasure imbued with chaotic yin and yang qi. Che Qi Geng states that even if an ancestor is trapped, they would be helpless to escape. The Bloodlight Ancestor concealed the primal yin-yang qi within the demon locking lock, and sent his subordinates to seize it back. However, it was snatched away by Han Li. Han Li learned of the significance of the primal yin-yang qi, but he also grew suspicious of Elder Demon Han's true goal. Elder Demon Han offered a conditional exchange, promising to divulge the method to refine the demon locking lock if Han Li assisted in his escape. Han Li detached his divine sense to deliberate Elder Demon Han's proposal, cautiously aware of the potential danger lurking within the primal yin-yang qi. Han Li fretted that the Bloodlight Ancestor may have devised some scheme within the demon locking lock, causing him great unease. Venerable Zhang, the patriarch of the demons, claims that the cultivator who killed the Dharma Venerable is in Yishan City and uses this to lure the Yin-Yang duo to help besiege the city. After hearing the news, the Yin-Yang duo immediately came to meet with Venerable Zhang and prepared to join forces to deal with Yishan City. As the day of the 5 suns melting the moon approaches, the 7 suns in Yishan City show anomalies, and the grand formation fails, causing panic among the city's residents. The model in the Yishan City indicates the arrival of the demon army, moving at an astounding speed. Green Dragon offers generous gifts and requests the aid of Han Li and Silver Light Fairy. Accepting the gifts, both Han Li and Silver Light Fairy express their determination to fight with all their might. The 4 great sects make adequate preparations against the demon army, including activating restrictive spells and deploying puppet legions. Concerned about the bloodthirsty Karun, Han Li is reassured by Green Dragon, who reveals alternative means to deal with him. An air of tension grips the city as high-ranking cultivators mobilize. Spells activate, and armies assemble. The Unity cultivators, Han Li and others, kept a close eye on the movements of the Devil Sea. 4 of the 4 major exalted demons appeared, including the crimson-armored giant and the woman treading on a python. Both in the early Unity stage, the exalted demons remained inactive, waiting for the 5 suns transforming into heavenly moon phenomenon to complete. Dragon Lord Qing said that he had closed the Yishan City formation. Stalling for time, the 5th sun dimmed, and a chilling aura filled the air. The Black Arm Warrior demanded that Dragon Lord Qing surrender, but he flatly refused. The Black Arm Warrior released a green orb, summoning numerous devil legions, including many powerful demonic beasts. A giant hammer is used to attack the city's defensive array. Taoist Azure Dragon summons the Azure Dragon to counter the attack. A black armored man controls the giant hammer and fights fiercely with the Azure Dragon. Taoist Azure Dragon uses the blood casting and soul sculpting technique to transform himself into a real dragon. The Azure Dragon is locked in battle with the black armored man. And the battle is at a standstill. Other demonic venerables attack, and a young man in a white robe uses his flying dagger to strike Han Li. The giant is struck by the lost soul dagger and falls from the sky. Two mountains smash into the giant, and gray sword chi forms a silk net that entangles it. Han Li summons a giant cyan sword to strike the giant. A silver serpent entangles the giant, hindering its escape. The giant sword kills the giant, and Yin Yang Sha appear. Yin Yang are mid-stage fusion stage devil venerables who suspect Han Li of killing Venerable Li. Han Li denies any involvement in Venerable Li death. Yin Yang Sha plan to capture Han Li using treasures gifted by the sacred ancestor. The shield-shaped Black Lotus reflects attacks, nullifying Yuan magnetic peaks and offensive spells. Han Li reinforced peaks attack, but are still blocked by the black light curtain and copied for counterattack. The man in the silver-threaded robe traps Han Li with a 7-colored pagoda, transferring him to a space made of 7-colored auroras. Myriads of black magic beasts appear within the space. Han Li unleashes his flying swords in response. The middle-aged beautiful woman enters the 7-colored pagoda, planning to team up with the man in the silver-threaded robe to attack Han Li inside and out. A terrifying creature called He Zaifu emerges from its seal, standing hundreds of meters tall. He Zaifu rampages, slaughtering cultivators. So Venerable Azure Dragon asks Fairy Lin Luan for aid. Fairy Lin Luan uses 3 wasp kings to battle a white-robed youth, while also casting a spell to control He Zaifu. He Zaifu is controlled by Fairy Lin Luan and flies towards the battle between the human and demon races outside the city. A black-armored giant senses that He Zaifu's aura is impure and discovers that its vitality has been damaged. Deciding to take action against it, the goat-headed beast surveyed the battlefield, and found that only a few fusion existences posed a threat to him. The goat-headed beast did not dare to act rashly due to an old injury, but after being provoked by the Fairy Lin Luan, unleashed the yellow wind to attack the demon army. The black-armored man stepped forward to fight against the yellow wind, using a golden harpoon and black leather bag to release giant wolves that attacked the goat-headed beast. The goat-headed beast used a giant yellow palm to defeat the giant wolves. As the black-armored man unleashed various divine abilities to attack, the goat-headed beast transformed into a yellow cloud to defend against the black-armored mon's attacks, who responded with thunder, fire, and black shadows. A giant fleshy palm descended from the sky, suppressing the black-armored mon's movements. The goat-headed beast emerged to attack, and the black-armored man used illusions to fight back. The Azure Dragon Taoist offered up his azure flying sword to prepare himself to enter the battle. The Jialun battling demons from the demon race launch an attack on Yishan City, met with resistance from high-level human cultivators. The leading battling demon breaks through the defensive line and is stopped by a golden automaton. The demon race gains the upper hand, but the humans rely on the restrictions in the city to barely hold out. Blood clouds gather and swirl in the air, indicating a fierce battle between top-tier powers, with the humans at a disadvantage. Han Li is trapped in a space by a 7-colored pagoda, fighting a seemingly endless stream of monsters. As the monsters get stronger, Han Li worries about using up too much spiritual power. Han Li uses his annihilating Dharma Eye to find a spatial node and escapes in a flash of cyan light. Han Li transformed into a mountain giant ape, destroying the restrictions in the first stone gate. The giant ape destroyed the silver puppets but encountered many surrounding puppets. The giant ape transformed back into a human, killing more than 20 silver puppets. Han Li found out the large number of puppets on the first floor, and realized that they could not be underestimated. Han Li flew to the stairs, and 13 purple bugs followed. A middle-aged beautiful woman appeared, fearing Han Li magical powers, and tracing his whereabouts. Han Li continued to kill the silver puppets on the second floor. Han Li twin mountain peaks and 13 violet ink spirit worms attacked the 7-color light shield, but the shield remained intact. The spirit worms used silver claws and golden threads to pierce into the light shield, absorbing large amounts of spiritual energy, and the shield gradually grew dim. 2 azure glass puppets added spiritual energy to maintain the stability of the shield. Han Li green bamboo bee cloud sword slashed towards the shield, but suddenly encountered huge pressure from above and below, as well as attacks from the puppets and the yin-yang corpse. Han Li transformed into a mountain ape, put on the demon armor from beyond the heavens, and used his six-armed dharmic aspect to resist the attacks. The beetle charged at the puppet, which defended with electric arcs and yellow light. The beetle broke through the defenses and pounced on the puppet, which fought back with a weapon. Han Li attacked with the primordial magnetic mountain, which was blocked by the puppet's light beam. Han Li transformed into an electric arc and struck the puppet's body. But the puppet remained operational. Han Li unleashed the spirit-devouring heavenly fire, but the puppet was able to withstand it. The beetle devoured the puppet, which proved to be no match for its hunger and was quickly consumed. The beetle was reluctant to leave, but Han Li whistled and increased his spiritual energy, causing the beetle to return to his sleeve. Han Li emerges from the tower and witnesses a fierce battle nearby. Monk Green Dragon and the towering beast are engaged in a stalemate against a black-armored man and an army of grotesque demons. Lin Luan and Fairy Silverlight are fighting against the sea and a petite woman, but they are at a disadvantage. Han Li notices the silver-robed mont's absence and feels uneasy. He resolves to prioritize assisting the human forces against the two demon lords before leaving. Han Li unleashes the 5 Elements Demon Heart Technique, activating the new 5-colored cold flame. To counter the glacial powers of the white-robed youth, Han Li condenses a sword formation into a cyan-scaled azure dragon, clashing with the colossal cleaver conjured by the white-robed youth. The white-robed youth transforms into the giant cleaver, engaging in an intense duel with the azure dragon. Han Li morphs into a silver arc, manifesting a colossal fist wreathed in cold and blazing flames, facing off against the icy fist created by the white-robed youth. The sacred ancestor of the demonic race descends to the mortal world through possession. Exuding a terrifying bloody aura, the demonic army prostrates itself, while the mortal cultivators are filled with terror. Celestial Azure Dragon urges Lin Luan to attack the bloodthirsty youth with the giant beast of fused breath. While he engages the other demons, Han Li is shocked to realize that the bloodthirsty youth is not the real body in descent, but his strength far surpasses the late-stage Unity realm. The bloodthirsty youth manifests a small purple cauldron and traps the giant beast of fused breath with a net character, immobilizing it. The bloodthirsty youth gazes at Han Li and gives a grim smile. A detachment of demon soldiers gives chase to the fusion stage cultivator who had escaped. The commander of the black-armored warriors leads his army to besiege Yishan City. Taoist Azure Dragon of Yishan City deploys the golden armor guards to defend against the demonic onslaught. The black-armored commander, sensing the unfavorable turn of events, retreats to the secret chamber of his battlecruiser and activates the boundary mirror. Shaun appears in the boundary mirror, and the black-armored commander informs him of the bloody arrival in the spirit world. Han Li flees at full speed while being chased by Bloodlight Patriarch. Bloodlight Patriarch uses a lightning-fast blood-colored boat to pursue Han Li relentlessly. Han Li conjures arrays and talisman scripts to obstruct the blood-colored boat. Bloodlight Patriarch uses the purple speech cauldron to shatter the arrays. Han Li sends out a gold-armored puppet to hold off the boat. The gold-armored puppet is trapped and destroyed by the 7-colored pagoda. Another gold-armored puppet emerges and unleashes 6 balls of golden light to attack the blood-colored boat. Han Li is being chased by the incarnation of the Bloodlight Patriarch and realizes that his opponent's strength greatly surpasses his own, since he's unable to break free from the lock of the spiritual thought. Han Li can only consider a plan of escape. Han Li transformed Kunping can only maintain its speed for 5 or 6 days before its magic power is depleted. Han Li considers abandoning the demon-suppressing lock to distract the Bloodlight Patriarch, but is reluctant to do so. Han Li recalls the nascent soul clone. The black nascent soul turned into a shadow and entered the demon-suppressing lock. Han Li appears on a green grassland, which is the same place the demon-suppressing lock took him last time. The old man claims to have the divine sense in Han Li's Yan Ding and can help him retrieve it. However, the colorful light tower cannot be broken and can only be resisted using the Yan Ding. The price of his assistance is that Han Li must divide a third of the chaotic chi from the demon-attracting lock with the old man. And he must also promise to kill the Bloodlight Patriarch in the future when he is capable. Han Li agrees to the first condition and immediately swears to the second condition using the Heart Demon Oath. Despite believing the second condition to be highly improbable, the old man is confident that he has a better than 50 chance of retrieving the Yan Ding. And once retrieved, he will prevent it from being a threat again. Even though the colorful light tower cannot be broken, the old man has a way of delaying its effects, which will buy Han Li time to retrieve the Ziyan Ding. Han Li learns a forbidden technique called the Great Soul Divide Corpse Method from the sacred ancestor Che Qi Gong in the Devil Realm. This forbidden technique can divide the primordial spirit, creating clones with independent consciousness that can control some of the power of the original. However, the clones have extreme personalities and can cause damage to the primordial spirit. Despite the flaws of the clones, due to their descent into the spirit realm, their power may surpass the average incarnation of a sacred ancestor. The defects of this forbidden technique are not obvious, giving no weakness in fights. Che Qi Gong cannot help Han Li break through the forbidden technique, but reveals the existence of another sacred ancestor who is also secretly observing Han Li. This sacred ancestor proposes a condition if Han Li obtains the primordial chaos chi. He will assist Che Qi Gong in dealing with the Bloodlight sacred ancestor and will receive a quarter of the primordial chaos chi. Che Qi Gong and this sacred ancestor plan to escape and seek revenge against Bloodlight. Believing that his cultivation of the forbidden technique may have other reasons and that he is now extremely weak, the profound heavenly broken blade exerts its might, triggering the power of the law of heaven and earth. Han Li sends away his spiritual body and arranges a sword formation and dharma formation. Han Li releases the runes and beetles, and activates the blood-colored crystal ball. Han Li transforms into a golden-furred ape and awaits the arrival of the blood-colored skiff. The youth on the blood-colored skiff taunts Han Li, who retorts and launches an attack. The youth's tentacles on the blood-colored skiff are destroyed by the Yuan magnetic divine light and the five-colored cold flame. The youth on the blood-colored skiff discovers Han Li Shosha hiding in the shadows. The Brahma Saint golden body and the spiritual body emerge, preparing to ambush the blood-colored skiff. The youth on the blood-colored skiff recognizes the Brahma Saint golden body, and his expression becomes peculiar. The seven-colored small pagoda unleashed its divine ability, but it was countered by Han Li magic treasure. The purple cauldron fled and Bloodlight Ancestor's incarnation pursued it. The leading youth executed a blood sea attack on Han Li sword formation. The temporary formation and the sword screen resisted the blood waves, but blood silkworms entangled the sword light, creating an opening. A giant dragon head emerged from the sword screen, spewing a pillar of light to fend off the blood waves. A cyan light screen and cyan dragon defended against the blood sea. Han Li stood within the light screen, observing the youth who held the seven-colored small pagoda. The spatial fluctuations were about to vanish, forcing Bloodlight Ancestor's incarnation to make its move. Brahma Saint's avatar used its giant spear to attract the demonic shadow, but it was protected by a blood-colored boat. The demonic shadow transformed into a giant python and coiled around the avatar. But the avatar used its golden fist imprints to counterattack. Its three vertical eyes emitted golden light to dispel the green gas. The python and the avatar engaged in hand-to-hand combat, but neither could gain an advantage. Han Li transformed into a giant ape and the green-scale spirit body used magic treasures to attack the blood-colored boat. But the boat remained unaffected. The Blood Saint's avatar appeared and sent out seven-color hurricanes, which entangled the green silk net and two cosmic mountains. It then used golden runes to forcibly take the cosmic mountains. Han Li used golden fist imprints and the cosmic mountain decree to resist the seven-color hurricanes, preventing the Blood Saint's avatar from taking the cosmic mountains. Han Li faced a hindrance from the colorful light pagoda, unleashed the gold-devouring beetles, and used the Vajra roar. The sound waves of the Vajra roar collided with the halo, destabilizing it. Brahma Saint's body suddenly vanished, astonishing the leading youth. The gold-devouring beetles attacked the leading youth but were intercepted by the ghost head defense and blood ghosts. The giant ape transformed into a six-armed, three-headed creature and prepared to cooperate with Brahma Saint's body. The scroll, diagram of 10,000 swords, is drawn into the green sphere, releasing countless golden beams. A giant, golden monkey takes the scroll into a palace, where fog engulfs the building. The diagram of 10,000 swords unfolds within a talisman array, releasing a great number of golden flying swords. A seven-colored pagoda escapes from the diagram of 10,000 swords, and a bloody avatar pours spiritual power into it to enhance its defense. The golden swords attack the pagoda, and the bloody avatar continuously pours spiritual power into it to maintain its defense. Han Li prevents another bloody avatar of the saint from merging with the leading youth. A green-skinned spirit body entangles the bloody avatar of the saint and prevents it from providing support. Han Li launches a silver script attack on the leading youth, further strengthening the containment. Han Li, disguised as a giant ape, decapitates the demon, but the demon regenerates and counterattacks. The giant ape and the demon engage in a fierce battle, in which Han Li golden devouring beetles and giant python also join the fight, intensifying the conflict. After a massive explosion, both the giant ape and the demon are severely injured, although the giant ape quickly recovers. The giant ape prepares to attack again when the colored light pagoda escapes and unleashes a barrage of light beams at its surroundings. Han Li fought fiercely with the 3 incarnations of the Bloodlight Grand Ancestor, forcing the incarnations to retreat and flee. Han Li didn't pursue them but instead summoned back his spirit body and subdued the purple speech cauldron. Through the blood text, Han Li successfully controlled the purple speech cauldron and temporarily sealed it with talismans and an electric grid. Despite the loss of the 10,000 sword diagram, Han Li was pleased to have acquired the purple speech cauldron, albeit with regret over the destruction of the diagram. Han Li encounters 5 cultivators at the nascent soul stage besieging Xu Qianyu and her group. He intimidates them by releasing the aura of a cultivator at the integration stage, forcing them to depart. Xu Qianyu is overjoyed to see Han Li. She introduces her group as members of the Xu family who have taken refuge in this house to avoid persecution by demons. The house has a unique ancient restriction that even Han Li divine sense cannot penetrate. This arouses his curiosity. Han Li asks them why they left the sacred city. Xu Qianyu explains that blood spirit Taoists left on business and that they encountered demons while fleeing and were forced to seek refuge in this house. Subsequently, they faced further danger when evil cultivators surrounded them. Han Li, a powerful cultivator, has ascended from the spirit transformation stage to the mid-fusion stage over 1,000 years. Xu Qianyu and her companions serve Lord Blood Spirit and cannot reveal the details of their mission to Han Li. Blood Spirit's incarnation kills several high-level demons and finds an underground cave. Blood Spirit uses the Void Heaven Cauldron and the Void Emperor Cauldron to open an ancient bronze door. Inside the hall is a stone table with a small blue cauldron similar to the Void Heaven Cauldron, the Void Emperor Cauldron. Blood Spirit obtains the Void Emperor Cauldron to prepare for entering the Thunderclap continent. Blood Spirit destroys the hall to conceal his tracks. The fiend race is exterminated by blood mist. The cultivators of the Pegasus Gate sect find that a shadowy figure in blue light rescued them. An elder with a white beard conjectures that their savior is either the integration stage cultivator Han Li or the true person of 9 tiers. The cultivators decide to head west to avoid the fiend race. Han Li kills some fiends, and discovers that a mountain range formed by 7 peaks is extremely overcast with sinister energy. Venerable Dark Rain and Venerable Heavenly Cicada sought Han Li help in capturing the Yellow Millet Stone Spirit within the Yellow Springs Earth Fire. The Yellow Millet Stone Spirit is a rare spirit beast capable of unleashing powerful illusions. After divination, the experts of the Sacred Island determined that the Stone Spirit was about to undergo tribulation, making it the optimal time for capture. However, due to the Stone Spirit's illusionary abilities, Venerable Dark Rain and Venerable Heavenly Cicada were not confident in capturing it alone. Venerable Dark Rain revealed that the demon crystal within the Stone Spirit was a crucial component in humanity's fight against the demonic catastrophe. It was an item that Moji and Li had personally instructed the Sacred Island to find. Considering the larger implications, Han Li agreed to assist the 2 venerables. During the capture attempt, he would be responsible for entangling the Stone Spirit and preventing its escape back into the Earth Fire. Han Li, the Buddhist Master of Heaven Cicada, and the Black Rain Reverend arrive at the giant pit. Han Li cultivates Buddhist supernatural powers, tending to abandon the afterlife and pursue the greater path. After 3 days, the yellow fog in the giant pit churns violently, emitting a cold air. Black clouds gather in the sky, nurturing thunder and lightning. The heavenly tribulation of the Stone Spirit is approaching, and the 3 cultivators set up a forbidden formation. The Black Rain Reverend releases black dots of light and a black and purple gourd, while the Buddhist Master of Heaven Cicada summons 3 flaming birds. Dark clouds blot out the sky, and thunder roars. The 3 cultivators temporarily retreat to the outside of the mountaintop to clear away their own auras. An invisible pressure gradually increased. A black vortex slashed down an electric arc down into the giant pit vortex. A painful roar emerged from the giant pit, and the ice on the ground simultaneously cracked. The black vortex slashed down another electric arc, and the giant pit shot out a huge, yellow flame in defense, its power enormous. Sky Cicada reminded Han Li to watch out for the yellow spring netherflame that the stone spirit had transformed into. And the black vortex condensed a large number of silver thunderballs. A foot-torso-long yellow millet stone spirit appeared, like a toad but with a golden light, blood-red eyeballs, and sharp claws. The thunderballs descended simultaneously, and giant flowers appeared to defend, growing larger in size along with the stone spirit after consuming the thunderballs. After the stone spirit absorbed the giant flowers, it formed a silver lightning net, its size and cultivation base greatly increasing. The rain-black Taoist suggested making a move, as the stone spirit was transforming the heavenly lightning power, and its cultivation base could possibly increase after the lightning tribulation. Monk Black Rain and the monk team up to capture Yellow Millet Stone Spirit, forcing it into an illusion. Monk Black Rain is trapped in the illusion of the nether fire, while the monk encounters the seven-eyed golden toad beast. Crystal Scorpion remains unaffected by the illusion and continues to attack Yellow Millet Stone Spirit. Yellow Millet Stone Spirit unleashes a light sphere to break the restriction and prepares to escape underground. Han Li appears and breaks the light sphere with his silver ruler, blocking Yellow Millet Stone Spirit. Yellow Millet Stone Spirit releases a cold demon fire to attack Han Li. Han Li trapped the spirit stone of the yellow millet with the awe-inspiring divine thunder, but the stone spirit attempted to break free. Monk Black Rain summoned flying scorpions that released a blue light, subduing the stone spirit. The stone spirit tried to self-destruct, but Monk Black Rain confined it with the silver sky thunder net. Han Li withdrew the awe-inspiring divine thunder, and Monk Black Rain sealed the stone spirit within a silk ball. The monk lamented the lack of effective means for humans to combat demonic beings. A nascent soul appears and unlocks the sealed wooden box. Han Li Divine Sense Incarnation finds a mysterious man in the high sky. The mysterious man claims to know a method for extracting the chaotic qi and promises a lower price than Che Kikong. Han Li hesitates to believe the mysterious man. Something goes wrong with the demon subduing lock. Che Kikong breaks free, and engages in battle with the mysterious man. The mysterious man uses the leading thread's great technique to defend against Che Kikong's attacks. Che Kikong summons a demonic illusion, escalating the battle. The Black Rain Saint was struck by a boulder but protected himself with a silver bell. Two stone hands emerged from the mountain, shattering the bell, and the Black Rain Saint resorted to a silver net of thunder. A jade hand appeared out of nowhere and seized the net, forcing the Black Rain Saint's nascent soul to flee. A woman in a blue palace dress appeared and attacked with a black mirror, trapping the nascent soul. The Black Rain Saint used the Azure Order to break free. The woman formed a seal and summoned a monstrous three-headed, six-armed creature. The creature unleashed a black vortex, destroying the Black Rain Saint's nascent soul. A woman captures two gray stone balls that fly away on their own. Han Li's nascent soul returns to its place. He decides to give the chaotic qi to the old demon to deal with the demon locking seal. Han Li uses a secret technique to submerge a wooden box in the bottom of a giant pit to absorb the chaotic qi for 7 days. A loud sound comes from the bottom of the pit and golden light bursts out. Han Li knows that the chaotic qi has been absorbed. Han Li takes a cyan-colored ball of light out of the wooden box. Black and white specks of light, the chaotic qi, are floating inside. Han Li discovers an unexpected situation and his expression is a mix of shock and anger. The giant ape spewed out a golden beam and transformed into a silver rock. Fleeing, Han Li was no match for him and fled quickly. The woman cut down the golden beam and summoned stone figures to form a stone palace to give chase. The stone palace was extremely fast and closed in on Han Li. Han Li increased his speed, losing the stone palace for tens of miles. The woman ordered Shi Dan to teleport and give chase. The stone palace formed a huge teleportation rune array and prepared to transport. Han Li noticed the fluctuation and paused to observe. Han Li is pursued by two incarnations of the sacred ancestors from the devilish realm in the spirit realm. The Bloodlight Sacred Ancestor incarnation questions the Samsara Sacred Ancestor incarnation for entering the spirit realm without authorization. Samsara claims to be hunting down a human cultivator under the orders of the Six Extremes, which will benefit the Sacred Race Army. Bloodlight sends an incarnation to assist Samsara and lends him the Qian Kun Pan-Universe Cauldron to help. The human cultivator being pursued by Samsara has offended her. Samsara agrees to Bloodlight's request to help him deal with a human cultivator in the integration stage and to leave Bloodlight's area of responsibility. Han Li sets up a trap to probe the strength of the Samsara sacred ancestor incarnation. Shui Ying noticed that Han Li found their presence and prepared to intercept him by force. They held up the universe plate and released a white light barrier to block Han Li's path. Han Li transformed into a sky phoenix, breaking space and then morphing into a giant pung to escape. The Blood Shadow Patriarch was shocked, realizing that Han Li had the talent to break through the void and various shapeshifting abilities. Yuan Mo's stone palace gave chase, and the Blood Shadow Patriarch decided to join forces to pursue Han Li first. Han Li deploys the gold-devouring insects to eliminate the golden blood shadow. Yuan Cha and Blood Fiend see that it is difficult to capture Han Li and decide to pursue him together. Blood Fiend proposes to mobilize 6 Extremes personnel, and Yuan Cha agrees, asking Blood Fiend to stay close on Han Li's tail. Both parties decide to wait for Han Li to become exhausted before attempting to capture him and have 7 groups of personnel deplete Han Li's strength. Multiple incarnations of Han Li flee, escaping the pursuit of the Blood Incarnate, through the green light of the vertical eye and the giant demonic shadow. The Blood Incarnate confirms the direction of Han Li's real incarnation. The Blood Incarnate and Yuan Cha accelerate the Kunlun disc to pursue Han Li's real incarnation. The elite demon race split into 2 groups to pursue Han Li fleeing incarnations. Han Li true real incarnation transforms into a giant wolf and flees to Heaven Abyss City. Another of Han Li incarnations transforms into a green rainbow, leading the Blood Incarnate to pursue it to a giant mountain. The Blood Incarnate uses a giant sphere of light to attack the mountain peak, causing it to collapse and burying Han Li incarnation, who is presumed dead. The Blood Incarnate uses a pillar of light to search the ruins, but fails to find Han Li's real incarnation. Bloodlight incarnation seals the valley using the Myriad Universe Disc but can't find Han Li. Yuan Za arrives, proposing to use the Fiendessence Grand Art to force Han Li to show himself. Bloodlight incarnation insists on sending someone to accompany Yuan Za to guard against any of Han Li's treacherous actions. Yuan Za enters the valley accompanied by 2 stone golems incarnated from rock devils and a blood-robed youth. Yuan Za summons the Shile totem to strengthen the might of the Fiendessence Grand Art. The female demon Yuancha believed that the target in front of her was not Han Li's main body, but she still found it valuable. She then asked the scarlet-robed youth to leave with his men. The scarlet-robed youth left half of his men to assist Yuancha, but warned her not to have any other ideas. The ravens discovered Han Li's second nascent soul. Yuancha immediately went after it. The second nascent soul revealed its true form and was immediately surrounded by the ravens. Yuancha attacked, smashing down with her giant hand. The second nascent soul self-detonated its demonic flames and escaped in the form of a small figure. Yuancha used her divine ability to transform the light hand into a halo of light. Han Li ventures to separate his spiritual body and golden form, using the Tai Purification Talisman to deceive the Bloodlight incarnation. The infant devil cultivates a demonic Dao secret technique, which can transform into wings to perform the blood shadow escape. Han Li plans to abandon the Celestial Abyss City and flee from the Bloodlight's pursuit. The Bloodlight deploys manpower to control the region, setting up a dragnet to capture Han Li. A woman suspected of being an incarnation of the nascent soul demon joins the pursuit. Using new means to track Han Li's location, Han Li chooses to flee to a desolate region, reducing the number of people available for the Bloodlight to exploit. Despite the arduous journey, Han Li resolves to hold out against the Bloodlight, doubting that his pursuer can continue the chase indefinitely. Taoist Yuancha revealed a method to track the human boy's avatar, which required a strand of his soul. Fellow Taoist Bloodlight could not duplicate it because he only had a partial soul and could not sense the original body. Taoist Yuancha and fellow Taoist Bloodlight planned to conserve magic power. If the human boy persisted for a long time or fought back, they needed to prepare countermeasures in advance. Demonic energy in the jade coffin flows back. The patterns on the coffin surface light up and then dim. 6 silver humanoid demonic shadows appear, then disappear. A black armored female warrior awakens from the jade coffin, possessing 20 of the original body's strength. Yuan Sha tells the female warrior about his pursuit of Han Li and seeks her help. The female warrior is interested in the Chaos Chi and agrees to assist Yuan Sha. Han Li enters the southern heavenly brink restriction, with Yuan Sha and the Bloodlight in pursuit. Han Li slays a void refinement stage monstrous beast, the violet-eyed lion, over the swamp, and collects the demon core to refine a pill. With crimson hair, initial stage unity cultivator Lei Yunzi, wearing a silver robe with a pair of scarlet wings, looks wounded and stricken with horror. Lei Yunzi recognizes Han Li, and Han Li recognizes Lei Yunzi, who once introduced Han Li to a dual thunder array. Han Li reveals that he was hunted by the ancient demon saint's incarnation. However, Lei Yunzi tells him that he is also in trouble while concealing some information. Lei Yunzi proposes they form an alliance and use the dual thunder array. But Han Li notices a sudden fragrance, which indicates that their pursuers have arrived. Acting swiftly, Lei Yunzi sets up the thunder array to shield both him and Han Li from their pursuers. Lei Yunzi refuses to hand over the heavenly nebula flower, and Baoshu threatens to capture and refine him if he doesn't comply. Baoshu wields the power of lightning in space, and is currently studying Lei Yunzi's lightning array teleportation technique. Baoshu learns that Han Li had previously taken the Black Heaven as You Wish blade, and demands its return. Da Han's attack on Han Li fails. Bao Hua closes her eyes to sense. Bao Hua points out that the fragment of the Zan Tian Ru Yi blade was seized by the Tianyuan people and later fell into Han Li's hands. Bao Hua searches for the Tian Tan flower and rare spiritual medicine, and Da Han promises to assist. After the giant flower appears several times, Bao Hua senses an unknown aura. Two white lights appear in the sky, and Da Han recognizes them as the Qian Kun Pan and the Stone Demon Hall. Bao Hua uses his Sun Dagger divine ability to effortlessly defeat the three Bloodlight incarnations even though they are protected by a precious treasure. The blood-robed boy's three guards die in the line of duty, outraging him. An angry howl bursts from the blood-red lake before falling silent. Yuan Sha is defeated by the Sun Dagger divine ability at a critical moment. A black shadow shoots from the stone chamber, throwing a golden orb and causing the giant sun to burst. Bao Hua uses strange mudras to attack the two stone giants and freezes them with crystalline light pillars. Heiao suggests pursuing the six incarnations, but Bao Hua believes there's a low chance of catching up and decides to look for the heavenly Tanhua instead. Han Li and Lei Yunzi use the dual thunderbolt array to teleport over a long distance. Bao Hua detects the teleportation fluctuations from the array as being different from the previous teleportation and is unable to locate Han Li and Lei Yunzi's destination. Bao Hua speculates that Han Li and Lei Yunzi have escaped over millions of miles away and decides to head to the human domain in search of healing spirit herbs. After 2 months of secluded cultivation, Han Li regained his peak condition and acquired the Chaos Chi. The Chaos Chi possesses a formidable power of reincarnation and transformation, which almost trapped Han Li within it. Han Li used his clear bright spirit eye to examine the Chaos Chi and confirmed its authenticity. Han Li prepared to trade for the secret technique for refining the Chaos Chi from the ancient monster king imprisoned within the soul-suppressing tower. Han Li entered an icy world and had a meeting with Feng Xie and Che Chi Fei. Feng Xie asked if Han Li had obtained the Chaos Chi, and Han Li acknowledged that he had acquired a portion of it. Han Li demanded the secret technique for refining the Chaos Chi from the ancient monster king. Han Li obtained a method for refining the primordial origin Chi from Che Chi Gong. After studying the method for 2 days, Han Li confirmed its authenticity. To be cautious, Han Li decided to throw the demon lock back into the demon realm before refining the primordial origin Chi. The demon army had surrounded Heavenly Abyss City, preparing to launch an attack. The red-robed youth led the high-level demons in commanding the siege, while other demon generals discussed. A red armored guard released a signal flare, and the demon army launched their attack. The woman in black armor plans to use the locked dragon pill to stimulate her avatar potential, secretly striving for benefits in human territory. Yuan Sha is worried about the impact of the woman in black armor going into seclusion. But the woman in black armor believes the pros outweigh the cons. The woman in black armor decides to eliminate the potential influence of the treasure flower, but will also divide her forces to deal with the treasure flower. The human race's Sky Spirit City is captured by the demons, and the new Spirit Emperor escapes badly injured. The demons are stationed in the Sky Spirit City and building the Fortress Demon Tree, giving the appearance of a long-term stay. After receiving the news, the human strongholds are secretly turbulent. but remain calm on the surface. Near the demon fortress, the Wood Tribe's army launched a surprise attack, led by hundreds of giant wooden puppets and followed by thousands of Wood Tribe members. Wooden arrows and spears attacked the fortress, shattering the protective light barrier, while the giant wooden puppets used iron hammers to bombard the fortress and create breaches. The demons counterattacked. High-level demons summoned rhinoceros beasts, and a fierce battle ensued. In the air, a Wood Tribe elder and a middle-aged couple faced off against 4 demons, with a Void Refining Realm demon patrol envoy appearing. Judging that they were outmatched, the Wood Tribe elder used voice transmission to order the couple to retreat while he prepared to fight the patrol envoy to the death. With a flash of iridescent light, Han Li transformed into a Sky Phoenix and traversed the demon node. Arriving at the gray desert of the demon realm, his infiltration into the demon realm went surprisingly smoothly, and Han Li wasted no time in transforming into a high-ranking demon and flying away. Several days later, he encountered a horse-faced demon, and Han Li learned from its soul search that there was a suitable location nearby. Han Li eliminated the demon and headed towards the target location. On his way back to the spirit realm, Han Li encountered hundreds of demonic guards at the demonic node. Han Li had anticipated this and shielded himself with a gray light to protect himself from the onslaught. He casually killed the demonic bird that had attacked him and then used his 5-colored cold flames to kill 5 high-ranking demon commanders in a flash. Han Li released his Azure Sword Light, slaughtering all the remaining demonic guards and cleansing the demonic fortress. The true purpose of the demon invasion is the secret of the Saint race. Several major races prepare to fight back against the demons, but the arrival of the 3 demon ancestors is concerning. Mo Jianli goes to other races seeking a solution and may have found a way. Black Rain Taoist dies under suspicious circumstances. Witness Han Li confirms Black Rain Taoist story and reveals that the demon saint ancestors have incarnated. Han Li is missing and his whereabouts are unknown. Patriarch Aoshao arrives at Saint Island with a late-stage void refinement cultivation demon. Fairy Linglong. Patriarch Aoshao is entrusted by fellow Taoist Mo to convey a message and assist in the defense of Saint Island. Fellow Taoist Mo informs him of the possibility that the location of Saint Island has been discovered by the demons and suggests cautious measures be taken. Fellow Taoist Mo also assigns Patriarch Aoshao to investigate the presence of any demon traders. Fellow Taoist Mo advises adjustments to the strategy for dealing with the demons, including replacing the use of yellow millet spirit stones with another spiritual artifact. Patriarch Aoshao brings this spiritual artifact to Saint Island. News reaches Saint Island that the 3 ancestral demon lords may descend upon the spirit realm. But Patriarch Aoshao remains composed, providing some reassurance to the others. In a secluded place, old ancestor Aoshao meets Yin Yu. Aoshao berates Yin Yu for failing to overcome her inner demons, hindering her advancement into the combined spirit period. Aoshao reveals he learned that Tian Kui broke his promise, harvested Yin Yu's primordial yin, and secretly cast a spell, causing Yin Yu's primordial spirit to split into 2 and preventing it from returning to the spirit realm. Aoshao is displeased with Tian Kui's actions, convinced that Tian Kui is ungrateful, oppresses the Yin Yu clan, and even covets the position of Wolf King. Aoshao explains that Yin Yu's cultivation of the 7-star moon body elevated her potential, making it possible for her to advance to the Great Ascension period. Yin Yu obeyed Old Ancestor Aoshao. Old Ancestor Aoshao summoned 2 Integration Realm Elders, a male from the Shu family and an old man with white hair. Old Ancestor Aoshao entrusted the male Shu elder with negotiating with the alien powerhouses in the barbarian world, while the white-haired elder was to secretly gather items on the sacred island. The mission was related to the 3 progenitors of the demon race, and the time limit was 5 years. Old Ancestor Aoshao ensured the reliability of the elders, ruling out the suspicion of demon spies. After Yin Yu left, Old Ancestor Aoshao sighed, hoping that she would not have to cultivate the Oblivion Resolution. Old Ancestor Aoshao sensed an outsider, and a phantom appeared to pay respects.